Welcome to the AI for Career Success video overview by Curt Robbins, where experts at AI coaching and helping professionals like you and your employees upskill in AI. Today, we're diving into the professional lessons we can take from the historic Artemis II mission, and we'll be looking at insights from a few thought leaders on LinkedIn. You know, this quote from Gabriella Julian really gets to the heart of it. That one image, it says so much. The Artemis II mission wasn't just about collecting data or hitting milestones. It was fundamentally about perspective. And it's that shift in perspective that we're going to analyze today, applying lessons from deep space directly to how we approach our work. So let's first get a sense of the scale of this achievement. This wasn't just another launch. We're talking about the first time in over 50 years that human beings have flown to the moon. This crew traveled farther from our home planet than anyone in history, really pushing the boundaries of human exploration. And the stakes? Well, they couldn't have been higher. Just try to imagine that return journey. The Orion capsule hitting our atmosphere at over 24,000 miles per hour. For 6 very long minutes, there's total radio silence. The crew's survival is entirely dependent on a heat shield that had, and I quote, known shortcomings. The margin for error was effectively zero. That fact alone makes their success just astounding. And of course, the world was watching. This was so much more than a technical win. Barack Obama called it a testament to our ingenuity, and at a time that commentator Mark Hamrick described as one of challenge and disillusionment, Artemis II really delivered something we all needed, a clear, undeniable win for science, for collaboration, and for the human spirit. So, the big question is, how did they do it? How does a team execute something so incredibly complex, so dangerous, and do it so flawlessly? Well, the answer isn't just in the rocket science, it's in the human science. And if we break it down, we actually find a blueprint for high performance that really any team in any industry can learn from. Nneka Enaroli's analysis on this really boils it down to 3 core pillars. First, clarity. The mission goal was incredibly simple. Circle the moon and come home safe. That's it. Clarity always beats complexity. Second, trust. Now, this wasn't just some vague feeling. It was the direct outcome of years of relentless preparation and shared standards. And third, ownership. Every single person owned the final outcome, not just their little piece of the puzzle. Andrea Lisa's analysis zooms in on the crew themselves. And what we see is really a masterclass in modern leadership. We see resilience under pressure that is almost impossible to imagine. We see seamless collaboration across international boundaries. And so importantly, we see this ability to be meticulously prepared but also instantly adaptable when things inevitably go off script. That's not just what makes a great astronaut, it's what makes a great leader. But the impact of Artemis II actually goes beyond the technical and the tactical. There's a much deeper, more human dimension of this story, and it's centered on the historic crew that actually flew this mission. This was truly a moment where science fiction became science fact. As Anne Thornley Brown pointed out, Gene Roddenberry's original vision for Star Trek was a diverse, multinational crew exploring the cosmos together. Well, decades later, Artemis II made that vision a reality. The first woman, the first person of color, and the first Canadian to fly a lunar mission. And as Jennifer Gaines put it, these firsts expand who gets to dream of space and who sees themselves as part of those dreams. Now, this level of complex, human-led achievement, which was supported by the most advanced technology you can imagine, actually provides a powerful model for another frontier, enterprise AI. So let's explore this idea of human-AI collaboration, using the mission as our guide. Here is the fundamental shift in thinking, which was highlighted in Ashwin Mittal's analysis. The future of AI is not just about automation, it's about collaboration. It's a true partnership where AI processes data at a scale no human team possibly could, which allows us to focus on what we do best, provide the context, apply critical judgment, and maintain ultimate accountability. Just think about the old model for a second. In the past, both in space programs and in business, software was really just a passive tool. It executed commands that were pre-written, it operated within very rigid parameters. Basically, it did what it was told, and that's it. Artemis II really shows us the new model. The AI on that capsule wasn't just a tool, it was effectively treated as an additional crew member. It actively supported real-time decisions, it managed these overwhelming streams of data to reduce the crew's cognitive load, and it ultimately drove better outcomes. This is the future for the enterprise, AI not as something you use, but as a partner you collaborate with. Okay, so let's bring all of this back down to Earth. How do we take these huge lessons from a literal moonshot and actually apply them to our own work? It really boils down to 4 key principles. Let's call it an Artemis mindset for your own professional journey. Here it is, your mission blueprint.
First, find your one clear primary goal and pursue it with absolute clarity. Second, build trust through rigorous, shared preparation, not just with words. Third, foster a culture where every single person feels like they own the outcome. And fourth, start treating your technology, especially AI, as a truly integrated member of your team.
The lessons from Artemis really aren't just for NASA. Every single organization has a moonshot, that ambitious goal that seems just out of reach. So, the question to leave you with is, what is yours? And based on what we've talked about today, what is the very first step you can take to achieve it? Thank you for watching. This is where we teach you AI and help you get smarter than your competition. If you like these videos, use the QR code at the beginning of this video to buy us a coffee, or hire us to coach you or your employees in AI. Please subscribe to the AI for Career Success YouTube channel and like, comment, and share to help us reach a wider audience.